On today's show, Tesla hits a market cap of $100 billion as we prepare for Model Y to start deliveries well ahead of schedule next month. Sono Motors announces it's managed to successfully raise more than €50 million in crowdfunding in just 50 days. And Will Smith goes undercover in a Porsche Taycan on Lyft to promote Bad Boys for Life. These stories and more coming next. This is Ecotricity's EcoTEC Roundup show from New Zealand's only carboNZero certified renewable electricity company. We are 100% Kiwi and we're 50% community owned. Why not switch today at ecotricity.co.nz? Welcome back to another EcoTEC News Roundup show. We are off to Austin, Texas next week for Fully Charged Live. I wish I could take you all with me, but this is our final roundup before our massive 3,800 kilometre epic road trip. Don't worry, we'll make videos about it. It's been less than a year since Elon Musk took to the stage at Tesla's Hawthorne Design Studio and showed the world the Tesla Model Y for the very first time. And this week, we got more evidence than ever before that we're going to see the start of deliveries for Model Y in just a few weeks. According to various online sources, not to mention many more Model Y sightings in the wild than we've ever seen before, Tesla is now actively reaching out to early reservation holders in some key markets to brief them on final payment and delivery of their dream car. Tesla's said nothing officially yet, but wouldn't it be great to see a Model Y pop up at Fully Charged Live in Austin next week? I'm just saying, in case you're watching, Elon. Volkswagen has long maintained that it wants to be the king of the electric vehicle world in just a few years' time. But an analyst from Wood Mackenzie suggested last week in a report what many of us feared, that Volkswagen's goals are pretty much unachievable. The analyst suggests that it believes Volkswagen is capable of reaching a cumulative total of 14 million electric vehicles manufactured by the end of 2028. That's far less than the 28 million EVs that Volkswagen hopes to make in the same period. However, despite the analyst's lower predictions, this would still make Volkswagen the largest maker of EVs by the end of the decade. On paper, at least. It's no secret that Mercedes-Benz has pushed back launch of the EQC in the US to next year. But a news report from Manager magazine in Germany this week suggests the company is about to halve its global EQC production as well, due to a shortage of batteries from its chosen supplier, LG Chem. LG Chem is often blamed for battery shortages and low electric vehicle production figures. After all, it's caused problems for Hyundai and Kia in the past, as well as other automakers too. But this report is being disputed. Refuting the article, Mercedes-Benz says it's committed to meeting its EQC production target of 50,000 units this year. Sono Motors, the electric car startup that's planning on bringing an all-electric family hatchback to market, complete with photovoltaic panels embedded in its bodywork and V2G compatibility, has managed what some thought was impossible. It's raised more than €53 million in crowdfunding in just 50 days. The crowdfunding drive came about when Sono Motors decided its company goals were not in line of those for a potential private investor, and they instead turned to crowdfunding to help raise the money needed to bring the Sono Scion to production. Only time will tell if the funds are enough, but we wish Sono Motors and the innovative and unique Scion all the best in its race to market. The price that people pay to fill up their electric car at high-powered rapid charging stations has always been a hot topic in the EV world, especially when charging at home overnight is generally really affordable. But in Europe, charging provider IONITY has caused the biggest charging infrastructure backlash I've ever seen by announcing it will switch from an €8 per session fee for charging at rapid charging stations to around 80 cents per kilowatt hour from January 31st. This makes some rapid charging sessions in some markets, like Norway, more expensive than filling up with petrol. Most EV owners I've spoken to are already planning a boycott. Sri Lanka is probably not the first country you think of when it comes to electric vehicles, or indeed the auto industry as a whole. But at this year's Geneva Motor Show, Sri Lankan firm Vega will present the country's first all-electric supercar, the Vega EVX. Absolutely stunning in its design, I think there are hints of Bugatti Veyron at the rear, the EVX features twin 350 kilowatt electric motors, a sprint time of 3.1 seconds, and a list price of $250,000 US. That's a lot more than most of us can afford, but with those looks and specs, you know someone's going to want to buy one. Tesla had its best ever week on the stock market this week, raising its share price to almost $600 per share. In addition to making plenty of Tesla fans happy, what some say was a short squeeze resulted in Tesla's market cap going over $100 billion US. This not only made Tesla the second most valuable automaker in the world by market cap, but it also triggered a handsome compensation package for Elon Musk that had relied on Tesla's market cap, crossing that magic $100 billion mark. As Tesla's final quarter 2019 results are due next week, and generally we're expecting them to be pretty positive, I think that share price could stay high for some time. Cruise, the autonomous vehicle startup now owned by GM, surprised everyone this week by unveiling an all-electric autonomous vehicle called the Cruise Origin. Boxy in its design, the all-electric robo-taxi is quite different to the specially modified Chevrolet Bolt EVs that Cruise has been using to test its fleet, not to mention the prototype Bolt EVs that it had showcased previously with no steering wheels or control pedals. While it's not clear if we'll see this vehicle enter into service anytime soon, it shows that when you remove the need for a bonnet, and as well as driver controls, most ride-sharing autonomous vehicle designs unfortunately seem to default to the same boring thing: an electric boxy capsule that seats 6 or 8 people. For those who smoke, deciding to give up smoking can be a life-changing event. And alongside the health and social benefits of not smoking, the financial savings from not buying tobacco products can be massive. And for those who successfully quit, putting that saved money to another use, like a family vacation, is the usual timely reward. But one couple in Ireland decided to use the money saved from not smoking to give up another kind of emissions too, putting the €840 a month they were spending on cigarettes into getting a brand new Tesla Model 3 Performance. Well done them! And finally, if you order a Lyft or maybe an Uber, you're more likely than ever before to get an electric car picking you up, thanks to big pushes from both companies as they're eager to clean up their fleets. But how about a Porsche Taycan driven by Will Smith? Well, that's exactly what 4 Lyft customers in Miami got last weekend when the actor went undercover to promote his latest film, Bad Boys for Life. Smith picked up customers in a brand new Porsche Taycan Turbo S, FaceTimed with one passenger's girlfriend, who he'd been told was a fan of the original Bad Boys movies, and had other passengers practice their best cop impressions. The film is currently in theatres, although I'm not sure if the Porsche Taycan is actually in the film. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. You can tell your friends about the show. And if you want to send us some feedback, please do. You know where to send it. Make sure that you hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss out on our next episode. And of course, while you've got a browser open on your computer, why not switch to New Zealand's only carboNZero certified renewable electricity company? It is super easy to make the change, and if you do, you will help New Zealand go zero emission long before the nation's 2050 goal. We'll be making some more fun content for you all to enjoy next week as we're on the road, but until then, I'm Nikki Gordon-Bloomfield. Ka kite! See you next time.